What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast. I think today's episode is going to be titled Porta Potty. This is going to be our portable potty, you know. We have some new guests with us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Arshia. I'm a weeb. I'm Danny. I'm a weeb in progress.
I'm Johnny. I'm also a weeb.
And I'm your host, Uncle Tony, also a weeb. Today on the podcast, we're just going to go over some of the initial things we did also with Gio on episode 1. Go through each of the boys, what kind of converted them, what put them on being into anime as an adult, because, you know, growing up in high school in the GTA, it wasn't necessarily the easiest thing to be a weeb, you know. People would definitely look down on you for it. So definitely going to be a very interesting topic of conversation. So I'll go ahead and start. I was one of those guys who used to be like, oh yeah, no, anime? No, that's for losers. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, it's just cartoons. You know, you're an adult. You're past that. And then I got really sick one day, and I had remembered just constantly people like, just watch Attack on Titan. Just watch Attack on Titan and tell me it's for kids, okay?
That's the one.
That's the one. Because I was calling it for kids, you know? I was saying, oh, it's kid-like, right? Like, not everyone can start with Attack on Titan because it is pretty dark.
Yeah.
It's a fairly dark anime. So I got really sick one day. I was scrolling through Netflix. Nothing really caught my eye. I was like, you know what? Fine. I'll give it a try. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to fall in love? Oh, unlikely. It's cartoons.
Right.
Yeah, I finished the first season in a day. And then it was like a downhill spiral from there for me. You know, there was a little bit of a break after that because nothing could quite get to that level for me. And then I watched One Punch Man. And I was like, oh, so there's humor ones too. Like, oh, that's funny. That's cool. And then after that, Sword Art Online, and the rest is history.
Did you start all these in dubbed or subbed?
No, I did dub for Attack on Titan. And then I did sub for One Punch Man. And that's when I started talking to more weebs, like at school and like just my friends and stuff like that.
And they were like,
and it was like, you can't watch it in dub, bro. You
Yeah.
can only watch it in sub, otherwise you're a fucking loser.
yeah.
Like, okay, I can't be the loser of the losers,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
At this point, because I'm still like kind of embarrassed that I'm into anime.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, all right, I'll watch it in what's it called, sub. So I've been mostly sub, but there are a couple of good dubs out there.
A couple.
Very few.
Very few. More
Yeah.
like
Wait, did you
the
watch it dubbed or
mainstream.
subbed?
So I started it in dubbed because I was also like that. Like, it was very hard to get me on anime. Or she started anime before I did, and he was trying to put me on it for a long time. But like, I was always surrounded by like my friends on Discord, and I always played games. They're like, oh, like, you should always watch anime. Like, it's good. Blah blah. I started on Death Note. I watched that in dubbed. It was very good, and I got very like intrigued. Everything else I ended up watching after that was always dubbed. I only recently started sub because there was this one anime I watched. It's called High Rise Invasion.
I've seen that one.
It is the worst
so
anime
it's
I've
it's
ever
genuinely
seen in
terrible.
my entire life.
It's genuinely terrible.
And that
It's
like
so bad.
completely changed me. Like, I don't watch anything dubbed anymore.
Yeah, no.
It
Well,
is-
Yeah, while I was in high school, I was like obsessed with being like, you know, the cool kid trying to fit in and shit. And everybody was like making fun of anybody who would watch anime. So I wasn't watching it at all. I was like obsessed with watching like kind of nerdy shows like Game of Thrones and shit like that, but that's about it. But then one day I was like at church with Johnny and we were chilling and he was telling me about Dragon Ball and I needed something new to watch. And he was like, just watch it, like give it a try. Because they were playing this video game called Dokkan, like on the phone. I was like, this is kind of sick, but what's it about?
Yeah.
And like he was like, okay, it's an anime. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. But then he explained it further and further. I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it. And
Literally, I remember like it was like maybe a week or two after was the next time I saw Archie after that, and he had already finished Z.
yeah,
And I was like, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
must.
crazy.
Is that game a Dragon Ball game?
yeah, it's Dokkan Battle.
Dokkan Battle. I
What
still
is
play
it, like the
PlayStation.
card game?
Kind
Like-
of.
You pull like units, and then there's like
Okay.
LRs, SSRs, and all that. Like,
Yeah,
powerful
yeah.
units and shit like that. And no, it's a really good game.
Yeah, it's cool. That I can give credit to that game for putting me on anime.
Right.
And after that, he put me on Naruto, and then I watched all the big ones, and then now I'm a bigger weeb than him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now he passed me. Like, he's watched probably way more anime than I have.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no. I remember after he watched Dragon Ball, he was watching Naruto,
Okay.
and then I already finished Naruto, and I loved that was like Naruto was not the first. I'll get into that, but I remember the whole time he's watching Naruto, he's like, bro, nah, Dragon Ball is still so much better. Dragon Ball is still so much better. And he finally finished it, and he sent it to me. And then he's like, I finished it, it was so sick, whatever. And then in a little corner, I remember the snap so vividly. In a little corner, in the smallest text, he was like, I admit Naruto's better than I was like, and I screenshot it and I saw that, bro.
Yeah.
But not at my high school. It was like people didn't really talk about anime in my high school, you know.
Yeah.
And then it didn't like, cause I started. So for me, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have
Did
seen.
you go to Carmel or St. Famille?
I went to Gonzaga.
Oh, Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the feeder school at St. Famille.
Okay.
But yeah, so I got Gonzaga. There weren't like anime wasn't that big. And when I was a kid, I don't know if any of you have watched Inuyasha, but Inuyasha was always on Teletoon, but like late at night,
Yeah.
right? And I like loved watching it. I thought it was so cool. But back then, I didn't know what anime was. Like, I didn't know like the whole. I thought it was another cartoon, right? And I thought it was so cool. And then in grade 7, everyone was super into Yu-Gi-Oh. And then, so I know it's basic, but I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and then that was like the first full anime I watched. And then in grade 9, my brother was watching Naruto, and I was like, I want to get back into it. So I watched Naruto, and then that's how I really got into it. And in high school, people didn't talk about it like that, but the people I hung out with were really about like rappers and all this stuff. So like when Lil Uzi started like watching anime and promoting anime, everyone was suddenly like, oh my god, I love Naruto. Oh my god, I love Hunter x Hunter, whatever it is. And I thought, I've been on this wave, bro. What are you gonna
And
do?
you're like, this is so how long would you say you were a closet weeb for before you were forthcoming about that information?
I didn't become a weeb like that until grade 9, so I'd say give it maybe 2 years.
Okay.
Until grade 11, when people actually started like, because that's when anime became like
More
like
mainstream.
yeah, like people like started actually caring about it and stuff,
It's true.
right?
It's true.
Yeah, I was a closet weeb for a while. Like,
Yeah.
nobody in high school would have guessed that I was watching anime.
It's true.
And even in university, when like there was this one time in class where I was just like, you know, this prof is just talking like nonsense. Like I'll just watch like the
Yeah.
rest of the episode of One Piece that I'm on. I was just watching and someone behind me like he'd like tap me on the shoulder. He's like, "Bro, you watch anime?" Like, what? I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What episode are you on?" I'm like 700 or something like that. And he's like, "Oh my god! Like I just started One Piece. You're like an actual nerd."
Ever since that day, I never watched
Yeah,
anime
yeah,
in class
never
ever
in class
again.
again. I started watching like car crash compilations. I'm like, alright, I gotta be cool.
People getting knocked out, world
Yeah.
star.
And you get kind of like shunned. Like I remember one time I was watching, I forget what anime it was, but I was in lecture and I was watching one, but I wasn't at the very back. And then like I was making sure there's no girls behind me. I'm just like, oh, like,
Yo, but TikTok has shown us now that there's so many hot, attractive women who are actually into anime.
Yeah,
Where the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
have you guys been hiding?
yeah,
Hello?
literally.
yeah.
Like, hello?
Now all of a sudden they have these like LEDs in their rooms. You know, they're like multicolored. They're sitting on their bed like
They got
ready
their-
for a man, like watching One Piece. Like,
They got a they got a fucking Jotaro or
Yeah.
Kakashi body pillow
yeah.
that they're hugging, and it's just like, where the fuck were you when I was in school?
Yeah.
Like, hello?
Yeah. The only one girl who like watched anime was like a face full of acne, like
Acne,
2'3". Like,
330 pounds, you know, like.
No, I did see some ones like back in like maybe early high school, middle school, like girls that were like they were always the girls that were like e-girls, you know, like they had like the domo shit going on. You know what that is? Yeah.
Coming with a choker on the spikes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
Leash.
Yeah.
barking at you in the halls.
I never had that. That would kind of.
You're gonna
I'd
tell
be
me
like,
tomorrow.
alright, I'll call you after school. I'll call you after school.
What are you saying? Yeah.
No, but I always hit it, and I still kind of do. And I think I have one thing beat on like all of you guys, and that's when I go to the gym. I listen to this one playlist, and this is what I'm saying. It's called Anime X Hardstyle. It is. So you guys know what hardstyle music is?
Okay.
It's like super like
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
like
it's
bam,
like-
bam,
It's like
bam.
gym music. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gym music, but then they take like anime spin offs. So they'll take like you know the in AOT that one time the
Yeah.
so there's like Sasageo, and then there's also like that one time they were fighting like the big beast titan the first
Yeah.
time, and the soldier leader was like giving the guys like
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
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 Yeah, they'll take like that. They'll take like that, and then they'll like reverb it, and they'll like make like crazy beats off it. Like that's like one thing I listen to, and it goes really hard.
What was the name of the playlist?
It's called Anime X Hardstyle. I'll put you on it.
Do you
It's
guys
really
do
good.
like be honest, be honest. Do you guys have like anime playlists in your phone? Because I have a whole playlist.
do.
I literally called it Datebayo.
That's
And,
oh.
and I literally have a whole playlist. That's just like all like theme songs and OSTs that I love for an anime.
Mine-
I'm working on making one. I haven't made
Mine
one.
are like mixed in somewhere. Like, you know, I came across a couple of like anime freestyles on TikTok. So those ones kind of made it onto my Spotify list because they bump it, they're bumping. And then I have like violin covers of some openings just because I don't know. I'm growing old, bro. I love the violin and piano. I think they're some of the coolest fucking instruments, man. Like,
Your Lie in
reached
April was
that
crazy
age
for you,
yet.
wasn't it?
Crazy for me,
It
bro.
was crazy for you, wasn't
Oh,
it?
you watched your Lie in
Oh, of
April?
course. I cried. I was crying like a little girl at the
That
end
was
of
a
that
banger.
show. I was just like,
I didn't tear it up. It was actually.
Yeah, I teared up.
What's your guys' favorite opening? I recently just found mine out.
Probably Your Lie in April. If I'm being honest, Your Lie in April opening is hard. I love that.
It's for me it's Black Clover. Black Clover. I think it's OST 12 or 13.
It's 13. I know exactly what you're talking
I think
about.
it's
13.
I think it's still gonna be Blueberry for me.
Really?
I think it's
Is that
still
one
From
right?
Naruto.
Is
Huh?
that one? Let's do this one. That's the Black Clover one.
I don't think it's that one.
Not that one? That's like the main one. You know how every anime has like the main one?
No, it's
Like
not
for
that
Naruto,
one.
it's like
Have you even watched Black Clover?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so
No, I
no.
know the song.
What?
I haven't
No,
seen
no,
Black
no.
Clover, no.
My buddy Tyson's also watching it right now,
Actually?
and he's getting to arguably the sickest scene in it, like in
What
terms
arc?
of like friendship.
Spoilers. What arc?
The royal
Spoilers.
knights arc.
Oh, okay.
When the brothers are having their scrap, and then at the end of that, I was like, that's friendship right there, bro. Those are homies who are ready to ride, bro.
Yeah.
These guys are riding,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Yeah.
It just, I don't know. Anime invokes this weird reaction out of me, and I don't know how to explain it. I
Yeah.
love it, man.
I feel that like normal shows don't really like encapsulate me as hard
Yeah.
as like anymore. Basically, like rarely I'll find a show like
Yeah.
Vikings, Game of Thrones, that kind of shit. Game of
Sure.
Thrones until like
The last season.
Yeah.
Vikings all the way through, I
Yeah.
would argue. Actually, I haven't finished it yet.
Have you watched The Last Kingdom?
No.
Banger.
I've heard that
If you
that's,
like
that's
Vikings,
a nice one.
But anyways, yeah.
Especially like live action shows. Like I don't really feel other than like not even Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is like a fair show, but like real life shows like don't even like I don't even get like attached to them like that. Like, I
Yeah,
do with
they don't
anime.
hit the same anymore.
Yeah.
Like these
They
cartoon
don't hit the
anime,
same
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I
I
think
feel
it is?
attached
You
to
know
them
what I think
somehow.
it is?
Yeah,
I think
these-
it's like because with anime you have like you can't like there's no limits. Like you can't have like the flashiness of anime in like a live action show. It just
Because
can't
it'll
happen.
cost you $1
It
billion
just
an
can't happen.
episode.
It just
You know
can't
what I
happen,
mean? Like,
right?
Yeah.
Like yeah, like you have like so much more. Like,
But at the same time, like I see like a pixelated character die, and I'm like more sad than if like my favorite character on a show dies. It's weird. But like if a dog dies in a real show, then I'm cheesed. Not even gonna cap. I'd be more
You
cheesed.
know what it is? It's because you're gonna see that character or that actor play a different character
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's true.
Whereas in
Yeah.
anime, once that
He's just
pixel's
gone.
dead, you're never seeing him again. He's
Like,
not
you might get a
big.
voice actor, but
Yeah,
you'll
like,
never hear that. You
I've
don't
been
see
hearing
that
the voice
guy
of
again.
another anime.
I'm like,
Oh my god.
What?
I
but it's not
remember
the
you.
same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
But no, what pisses me off is people who, like, there's people who don't like anime because, like, I don't know, I think they're, and it's not weird. It's not weird. Anime's not weird, guys. But, like, whatever, like, some people don't like it for this reason or that. But the one that pisses me off the most is people that hate anime just because it's anime. What I mean by that is, like, so I have this friend who refuses to watch anime, right? And I've been trying to put him on. And I told him, I'm like, bro, you don't, like, forget that it's anime. It's just a different way of telling a story, right? Like, I told him, if you take this anime, right? Take any anime, for example. Take Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine this exact story, but it was live action. You'd watch it. Because you like the story, right? So just because it's not real people acting it, you suddenly don't like it, even though you'd love it if it was the exact same story, exact same plot, characters, everything, it's just a different way of telling, like, portraying it, right? And it's like, no, it's weird, bro. Like, just watch it.
That's
Like,
always how I've argued it. Though. Like for me, it's like if you're an adult and you can enjoy anime, then I don't know. Like, I always find you a little more intelligent than the average person because it's like you're taking this work of art, like you said, and you're just watching it in the easiest art form that there is to create it. For example, I don't understand people who like reading books but won't watch anime.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the same thing. You're taking a story and you're portraying it in an affordable way. Like honestly, like you said, like Attack on Titan live action would cost stupid money to
It wouldn't even look
produce.
that much. It wouldn't even
It
look
wouldn't
good.
look good.
It would
Yeah.
not
it
look
wouldn't look good.
a
It wouldn't
tenth
look
as
We don't
good
have
as
this kind of
it
Because
is.
you wouldn't be able to get those camera angles
Yeah.
that they can
Yeah.
draw. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, with especially you would take a character like Levi, one of the most loved, like arguably non-main characters, most loved like secondary character
Right.
in anime.
And make
And you-
some midget.
A lot of his scenes would turn into mediocre scenes because
Yeah.
again, you wouldn't be able to shoot it the way it was animated.
Yep.
You wouldn't be able to invoke that same kind of reaction, you know? And that's the biggest problem I have with dubs, you know? What's it called? My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is a great example of it. The dub is pretty decent. It's pretty good. But there's like in the first season when All Might is fighting the Ibu or whatever they're called,
Spoiler.
those genetically spoiler. Those genetically modified humans. and he's like, oh, okay, you're built to take me at 100%. Then I'm just gonna have to go over 100%, and then the voice actor who does it in Japanese, when he hits that plus ultra line, you get the goosebumps, bro.
Yeah.
Your whole body feels the emotion coming through the mic. Whereas a lot of dubs, it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same. Like, it sounds forced.
I know, like, unpopular opinion, but, like, if a dub is available, a lot of the time I will watch the dub. But, like, I will also, like, if I catch up to the dub and then there's more in sub, I will switch to the subs because I really want to know what's going on. But, like,
do you find that
I like
hard?
English, Huh?
Do you find that hard?
Sometimes it's annoying because sometimes I'm like, bro, now I gotta read this. Like, I'm trying to like, see everything. Bro, like, and especially when they have like the guys going on a speech, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like 3 lines at a time, and I'm like, I gotta like, I miss half of it. I gotta fucking pause it. Like, bro, like, come on, like.
You gotta get your words per minute up, bro. You gotta get your words per minute up.
But it's especially hard because if you get like attached to the dub, like, okay, so Naruto I watched dubbed, basically almost all the way through. But when I watched it, the war arc wasn't dubbed yet, so I watched it all the way through until then, and then all of a sudden it's like some Japanese lady like talking, and it's like I was more attached to like the old like it wasn't Datebayo.
The white lady, the white lady that did Naruto's voice.
Yeah.
I get that, and that's a lot of things. Like my friends said the same thing, where it was like they would start a show in dub, and I'm watching it in sub because I watch it in sub for the most part, and now he's like 3 weeks behind me. So I'm like, bro, just switch to the sub so we can talk about what's happened.
Right.
Like, I don't want to have to wait 3 weeks to talk about what just happened, Like, that's the power of anime, too, that it can invoke that reaction out of you, where it's like, I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk to someone about what just happened. Like, for example, Gio, the former co-host of the podcast. Me and him, when it comes to One Piece, like, Sunday, once all this is done, like, I'll probably go pick him up for a coffee, and we're gonna spend an hour and a half talking about the chapter that came out today.
Right.
Which is like 13 pages. So we're spending, 10 minutes a page?
Yeah.
We're gonna step this up. No, that's 2 hours. Come on, relax. But, like, it's just like, I don't know. I just don't feel like regular shows do that for me anymore. I find it hard now to go back and start regular TV shows.
Yeah, I haven't even, like, I'm watching The Boys right now, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, amazing show, you should watch it. But I'm watching The Boys right now, and that is the first new live-action show I started. Actually, no, Stranger Things. Stranger Things, I watched the new season, but that's just because I love that show. But, like, actually starting a new show where I'm not continuing the new season, The Boys is the first one, and I can't even remember how long. The last time was a few years ago, probably.
So do you guys think it ruins regular TV?
No, not necessarily.
No, I don't think so. I think I can still appreciate a good TV show if it's out.
It's just like a new appreciation, like getting into anime and like liking it and enjoying it and like showing other people like how like I would have never gone into anime if it wasn't for Ashia and it wasn't for my other friends. Like how many other people are like that, It's just like a new appreciation.
But I could say that like my standards have gotten a lot higher for TV because I've been like introduced to such a wide range of like storytelling in anime because there's like a billion animes. Like there's not as many like high level TV shows. Like with TV shows, if it's cheap, like if the production level isn't high, like you could see it in the show and you cringe because the kids don't know how to act or whatever it is, it makes you cringe and you really notice that with anime because like you could like get like a low level production anime and it'll still end up being like pretty decent and you can watch it and you can appreciate it for what it is, but you can't do that with TV.
It's true. It's once you get used to kind of like understanding that there's these different art styles and that's why they're drawn differently. You're right. It's because, like you said, those children's roles, those like baby roles, those underdeveloped live action roles are going to be hosted by a female adult who's playing a male, just using her voice, right, to make him sound young. So you still have that expertise, you still have that level of professionalism, and then when you're drawing it, you can fix something that looks awkward.
Mm-hmm.
You can redraw a scene.
Right.
Like, you can't be editing a TV show and you're like, oh fuck, now we're gonna have to go back and reshoot this scene because it doesn't look good, right? So I think that it has that advantage as well. And like you were saying, it's such a saturated market, like where when you think of like top quality TV shows of our today's generation, you could probably name 10, 15?
Right.
Yeah.
Something like that,
10, 15?
Something like that.
You could name 10, 15 animes a year that have come out that people are like, wow.
And TV shows also, like anime, it's like, like you said, every year there's like new ones and it's like always growing, but like the current top 15 live action TV shows are probably still the same ones from like, I don't know. Like,
when they're releasing their last
Prison Break, Stranger Things, I don't know what else, like,
but Attack on
Suits.
Titan is on the top list now. Like that's a new, like relatively new anime.
I
But
was
now,
bring
like,
that up. For everyone who like wants to like be like, objective and stuff, you want numbers. Attack on Titan, it makes up what, like 3 of their episodes are in the top 10 on IMDb.
Of shows, like against,
shows,
like competing against
not
like
just,
TV shows,
everything, and that's the argument I always used to try to get mans into.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but I don't know. I'm like, bro.
You guys will never understand the pain of finishing season 1, Googling when season 2 is going to come out, and everyone just saying, we don't know.
We don't know.
We
Yeah.
don't know. And then you're talking to people who got me in, when I was talking to people who got me into it, they already had been waiting a year and a half for the second season. So when season 2 came out 4 years later, I was like, fuck, am I going to have to wait another 4 years for season 3? But then it went ham.
Yeah,
It
they
just
started
picked up in
training.
popularity, and then like I guess the author got motivated because people are reading his shit, and he's starting to get recognized. And like,
Hunter x Hunter fans are crying right now.
yo, 10 chapters, guys. 10 chapters are done and coming.
Right
10
now.
chapters coming soon. I cannot wait, bro. I cannot wait. I'm very interested. So, what do you guys? Did you guys all watch Hunter?
Yeah.
I'm like halfway through it. I just finished like JJK and I'm watching Hunter x Hunter now.
What part are you
Oh, you're on it right now?
What part are you at? Because actually, Samir is also watching it right now.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers for all of you.
I don't think I'm halfway. I think I'm like a little bit less because they
You're
like
New
just
City?
left the tree. You know,
They just left the tree, the Heaven's Arena.
No, you know when they first got off the
The
boat.
game?
Yeah,
The video game?
yeah.
They
Oh,
just
Greed
left
Island.
that?
Greed Island.
Greed Island.
Wait, they left Greed Island? Did
Yeah.
they finish Greed Island?
Wait, so that's like almost.
So they all
That's-
picked
you're
their
on.
reward that they wanted
yeah,
from
yeah.
Greed Island?
Oh, okay.
So
Did they use the reward?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're.
You're about to watch the best arc,
Oh, see, my least favorite arc, but a lot of
talking about
people
the-
are split.
Chimera Ant.
That's not.
But
You're not
but
gonna make it like
in
that.
all fairness, he doesn't like Hunter x Hunter at all. Like, he
No,
doesn't like
that's
it.
not true. It got ruined for me, like near
Because
the
of the
end.
Chimera arc.
Like-
Yes, I
like,
agree.
The problem is, if that arc was at the start and I got through it and then I watched the rest of the arcs,
It would have been perfect.
I probably wouldn't have the disdain for Hunter x Hunter that I have. And like, I'm sorry if I'm calling it Hunter x Hunter. Some people call it Hunter or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Hunter x Hunter, like
You have to say
because of this last arc, it's just so embedded in my mind in all these
Yeah.
like slow ass episodes and like honestly the
It
cast
was
that I
twice
wasn't
as
attached
long
to.
as all the other arcs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
No, but listen, you know what? Okay, that arc, it's not a perfect arc. It's a beautiful arc and I love it just because, like, I don't know, I love that arc.
the ending of it is beautiful. I love those
Oh, yeah.
last fights.
Yeah, that was
That's when
that's
it
the
got
one
like-
thing I
And
feel.
also, that's when Hunter, like, actually, no, that's not true because York New City was pretty, like, dark too.
Yeah.
But that's when, like, it got really dark. My only issue with Chimera Ant arc is that span of, like, it's not a spoiler, don't worry. It's like that span of, like, maybe 5 episodes when they're on that one
And they're
staircase.
just narrating.
And the whole time. And I'm like, dude, come on, get over it. Let's go. At that point, I was actually bored. But, like, once, before and after that, I love that arc. It's a beautiful arc. It's amazing.
I definitely probably have to go back and rewatch it because I
feel like
I skimmed
forget.
it. I skimmed it.
Oh, okay.
That's how I got through that arc. I skimmed. I was like, click, 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 click. And I'm sorry to the Hunter x Hunter fans who are gonna call me fake for doing that. I don't know. I was in binge mode, right?
Mhm.
And like you said, you come off this high that is Greed Island, which I was one
I
of my
love that.
favorite arcs. And then I was like, I'm not ready for it to slow down again. And you have this reintroduction and all that jazz.
But then they added, like, that. It's not even the last arc. There's, like, the president, the chairman arc at the very end.
I
of,
count
like,
that.
10
I count
episodes.
that. I count that as part of it.
Yeah. It just has the Chimera Ant.
Yeah, because it's the conclusion of the Chimera Ant arc, right? Like all
Yeah.
of the.
But the next 2 arcs in the manga I heard are really good.
They're phenomenal.
Have you read them?
My Juan, the former co-host, read them, and he told me about like the ones that had come out already about the Dark Continent. He had read them. I'm more so interested about how. We'll talk about this. Well, no, we're
No,
gonna
that's fine, that's fine.
we're gonna dead it now because we're not gonna ruin it
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Danny.
Okay.
Because the thing that I need to address is a
Yeah.
huge
yeah.
spoiler.
Alright.
So we'll
plug
dead
our
it for
ears.
now, and we'll come back to it.
Okay, then
The
on that.
next time we bring Danny back on the pod, and he'll be done.
Yeah, he'll be done.
And we'll talk Hunter x Hunter.
Okay,
It's a
then.
long arc. You're gonna take a while to watch it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. It'll. You might break because I took a break from Hunter. x
Yeah.
Hunter when I
When you
watched
see
that.
the staircase, just know you're in for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Like you know how there's a narrator?
Yeah.
90% of those episodes are just him talking, and it's like going like this.
Okay, allow it,
on
allow
the
it. Don't give him like a bad
Okay,
view on
okay.
it before.
Yeah.
But, like,
But on that note, because I know it's up there for you, what are you guys' favorite anime?
It's a good transition. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
let's see it.
Love to see it.
Okay, I'll start.
Everyone says Naruto, it's basic.
No.
That's
Okay,
the
I'll
thing
start
that-
because I feel like
everyone
mine's
says it,
a little different because it's not Naruto.
but it's
but it is Naruto. Like it's tied with One Piece for me.
Okay.
The thing is, I think One Piece's overall story, if I like generalize it and crunch it together, I like it a little bit better than Naruto's, but very close together. But the problem is, because I watch it animated.
Wait till you finish the one hour.
Okay, but I watch it animated.
I
I don't read it because I don't read. But
We're gonna fix that. Don't worry, chat.
I've been I've been watching a couple YouTube videos and they kind of open my eyes to how slow One Piece is animated because they like take like one volume and like disperse it within like 100 episodes. You know what I mean? Like they take like a page and make it like 3 minutes and like I didn't notice this until I watched this YouTube video explaining it. They have so many reaction shots of like the cast like I don't know, like Luffy shits himself and then everyone's like and it goes to every single like not even just crew members but like even the opponents like like their moms exactly they do that, their moms, like their grandma in a jail cell over there that we just learned about, and then every single character has to have some nuts backstory, like the nutcracker
That's what makes
guy.
it beautiful.
I know, but every backstory is displayed like 6 times. Like you see this big titty bitch, like the pink girl from the Gladiator arc, the pink haired girl. I forget the names because it's been a while.
Almost said Vivi, but
No, it's not Vivi. Yeah, they haven't watched One Piece, but
Princess Big
Veronica,
something like that. Like this is how forgettable she was. Like she wasn't really. But I saw her grow up the same moment of when like her mom died. Like kind of spoilers, but nobody cares because it's already happened.
By the time you watch 700 episodes, you forgot.
You'll forget about this.
Forget about
like
that
her mom.
spoiler.
Like I know her mom dies. Like it's so ingrained in my head, and the exact scene that she dies. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I don't even remember the character's name.
Sure.
Like that kind of shit. Like just kind of knocks it a peg down to be tied with Naruto for me.
It's fair. And the one thing I will say is I would rather that over the fucking 100 fillers that Naruto has.
100%.
But that doesn't matter as much for us because when we started watching Naruto, it was done. So we had the privilege of skipping the fillers.
Very true.
Imagine you were one of those kids.
I watched them
I
too.
did skip
I
them
watched
because
all.
I was like, I watched every single episode of Naruto.
Yeah, I've watched every
And
single.
that's why it took me so long to finish it.
So what was your favorite filler arc
of
of Naruto? This is a question I never got to ask anyone because most weebs have skipped
Favorite
those fillers.
filler arc of Naruto?
I think there was another kid that had the Nine Tails Jinchuriki in him.
That was a great arc.
That was
That
probably
was
the
one of
best.
the bubbles.
I think so.
Well, because there's a Three Tails filler arc,
Yeah. Okay.
and then there's that one.
Yeah.
But he didn't have like the nine. He just had like a piece.
Like
Yeah.
you know how like
Like,
Naruto used to just become like the aura of the fox.
Yeah.
He had that.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
he
right?
didn't go like full like whatever.
Okay.
But neither could Naruto at the time.
So what was he?
At the time, but
What was he?
also-
Was he a kid of one of those twins?
Which
No, the gold and silver guys. No, he wasn't. He was
Oh.
just like he was from like it was. Spoiler. Okay, I can't say that.
You can say
But-
that. I'm not gonna remember this. I
Isn't
have like
he
so
done
many.
Naruto? He's
No,
second
no,
one.
I haven't watched it.
He's just wearing Jiraiya.
It's
Oh,
like
okay,
it's a fairly big spoiler.
Okay, then don't say it. Don't say
We
it.
know. Okay.
Anyways, someone dies,
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay. So
this
it's a big
arc
Okay.
was, I think, this filler arc because I guess like, when they were animated, they knew that in the next arc this
They had
person
to
was
wait,
gonna
yeah,
die.
yeah.
So that filler arc was like trying to get the people more attached to
To that
character.
person.
Oh,
Yeah, I
see,
remember
see,
this now.
I
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah, because that
Did it work?
It did work.
Yeah.
It did work.
Yeah, it
it
did.
did work.
It was honestly a good filler arc. There are some Naruto filler arcs that I could say like I'm not.
You would be
unhappy.
okay with them being classified as canon.
Exactly.
Another really good one was when they showed that when like all of them became Chunin while Naruto was out of the village. Like
Yeah,
that Chunin
yeah,
exam.
yeah.
I think I watched
That
that
was
one.
a good
Yeah,
fight.
the one that was
That
hosted in
was-
the village in the sand.
Sand.
Lee had a good fight.
Lee had a good fight. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
watch that filler arc.
But the worst thing about bro, how many times did we see Kakashi and Obito's story?
Bro, how many times
That
did I
was
watch these
so
dumbass
many-
kids try to unmask Kakashi?
Oh my
And then
gosh.
once you hear this, do 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 do,
Yeah.
you're just like, I don't want to watch this shit. But I just sit through it. I'm like falling asleep, but I sit through
I
it.
was so, and I didn't really watch Boruto. For me, Naruto ends with Naruto. That's where it
Okay.
ends.
So
And
not
you
that
know what?
much.
Boruto the movie, I'll give you that. That's where Naruto ends for me. Dunzo.
Okay.
Okay? The way they reveal Kakashi's face in Boruto was so underwhelming.
Yeah.
So you had this golden egg this golden egg that the entire fan base
It
is
wasn't
waiting
in
for.
Naruto. It was at the end of Naruto they revealed his face.
Yeah, they have revealed
Oh,
his
is that
face
when he's
before.
washing his
Yeah,
face?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's at the
yeah,
end of
yeah,
Naruto. It's at the
yeah.
end of Naruto.
That's even worse, dog. You got this golden egg, bro.
Uh-huh.
This golden egg.
And they ruined it.
And they ruined it.
Yeah.
And I thought he was he had like what, like a birthmark?
Yeah,
He
he
was
has like
gonna
a
have
little
a scar.
birthmark. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it
like-
was gonna be
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
He
Disappointing.
was a normal guy.
Danny, favorite
So-
anime?
I can't really say like I have like one favorite anime, but like the one I appreciate the most is definitely AOT, because like that just gave me like so many emotions, like different
Do
emotions.
you think you'd be
all
able to
around.
rewatch it?
That's the thing with me. I can't really rewatch anything. If it comes to movies, unless there's like a girl out there and I need to put her on anime. It's like my girl. Like, we just sit in bed watch
can't even do
anime.
that
You know,
shit.
like I could do that. But if it's like movies and anything, like I can't really rewatch because I know what's gonna happen and all that. But have you guys ever watched? It's called Dora Hedoro.
Yeah, I watched that. It's
I haven't watched
I think it's like
I
a
haven't watched
Netflix
that.
special.
Yeah.
It's like a one season, but it's very good. It's like a very like I think like underground. That's probably my like other favorite other than AOT.
it's very good.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
it's a
You should
Netflix
check it out.
special.
But on that note of rewatching, AOT is actually the only anime I've rewatched because I watched the first 2 seasons when there was only 2 seasons,
Yeah.
and then like I thought I watched season 3, and then like season 4 came out. I was like, oh, I'm caught up, and then I like watched like the first little bit of season 4. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then I just went and rewatched the whole thing because I realized that I didn't remember anything. That's the only time I could ever rewatch an anime.
It's actually right. I watched like some YouTube summaries. Like I didn't go back in like the episodes, but I watched like
Yeah.
summaries.
Normally I do that.
There's like a lot. Like AOT is like so complex and like so
Yeah.
much.
We're gonna have to start doing those as well. I think those would be cool for our channel.
Oh, like
Summaries.
summaries?
Each
We
of
could
us
do
gets
that.
assigned a series.
We
and
could
then,
do
yeah.
that.
Recap.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So it's
Pretty
really
good.
Yeah, favorite anime.
Naruto.
Like I feel basic, bro, but like I just
No, like
Naruto
don't get me
just
wrong,
has-
you are basic.
Yeah. No, but I feel like I just feel like it has a special place in my heart,
Yeah.
and I don't see any anime hit because it is the one that got me really back into it, and I was just like super, and like I just feel like Naruto, like I told this to Arshia once, he didn't really agree, but like I feel like take Dragon Ball for example. Dragon Ball is no question asked a goated anime easily, 100%, no questions asked, amazing, but Dragon Ball like now. There's no like essence to the story really. It's more just about like fucking shit up and like fighting in hands, which is great. I love that shit. But like I feel like I know more about like my favorite Naruto character is it's Obito, but at one point it was Shisui. And Shisui, like, you don't know too much about him. He's a sick guy.
Yeah.
I felt like I knew more about Shisui than I did about Goku, who's the main character of Dragon Ball, right?
Well, that's also
And
because you
it's
didn't
like-
watch the original Dragon Ball. Like I feel like
Yeah,
that
I
helped
just,
me
I
a
just
lot.
skipped that original one just because I'm like, bro, like. come on,
Oh no, then yeah.
I-
That's
I
why
think,
you're
like-
saying that
Yeah, but, like-
that original one was crazy because
So
that was
good.
that was the one that I watched. I haven't watched the new stuff, but I watched the
You
original.
watched Z, right?
Pardon?
You've watched Z, right? Dragon Ball Z,
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you watched Dragon
But I
Ball
haven't watched Dragon Ball Super yet.
or GT.
Or GT. But
Okay.
I heard GT was shit.
It was shit, but like the kind of guy that I am, like I watch all the fillers and shit. I just
Yeah.
want to watch everything that has to do with it. If I'm stuck and I'm watching all of Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
like all of it, like I might
The
as well.
only
just
thing
throw in
that's
GT.
tempted me to kind of go back and watch and restart Dragon Ball and watch it all the way through is the way KSI talks about this show. Like this guy is like this guy made it what
The
10,000 or 150
$500,000
dollar
Beerus
chain of
chain.
Beerus, and I'm like, shit.
I can say that if it wasn't so like wrong in the anime community that Dragon Ball is one of the top animes. Like some people are like, nah, it's just about fighting and this and this. Like you can't make it your best, like your favorite anime. Like the top 3 is Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto kind of thing.
Yeah.
It would probably be even farther up there for me. But because not a lot of people want to have that conversation about Dragon Ball, it hasn't gone past the TV screen for
But
me.
like, I think the community kind of has the older weeb community kind of has this consensus where Dragon Ball isn't one of the big 3 because it was
The one.
DragonAll. It
Yeah.
was the one.
It was
you
before
know?
that.
Yeah,
It
I
is-
think-
it is on the
inspired
same
all of
tier as like Pokemon. For
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You don't mention them because you don't need to mention the
Which,
ghosts.
by the way, Pokemon objectively best anime ever. Anyways.
Objectively, 100%.
Objectively
Longest
speaking,
running too.
Yeah.
Dude, the numbers are crazy for Pokemon.
Bro, the fact that it took the man 20 odd something years to become the Pokemon champion, finally,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense,
Yeah.
you know? It's not one of those animes where it's like, boom, first try, like a
Yeah.
video game, Elite Four, dog walk, done.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
No, it took the guy 20 years. Good for you,
He's
Pokemon.
been 10 for 20 years.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been 10 years for 20 years. But yeah, no. So yeah, I will say Naruto just because I was like so into it, and I don't know. I don't know. There are some. I'm not gonna like decry Naruto and be like, oh, it's perfection, because again, fillers obviously one thing. There were some points even during the canon when I was like, bro, like there were some parts in the war where I was like, bro, this is taking too much. The Kaguya thing, okay, never mind. But yeah, spoilers. But you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
Honestly, the name will do nothing. The name will
Yeah,
do
he won't
nothing.
remember
I
what the
remember
fuck a
that.
The
Kaguya
Kaguya
is.
thing really pissed me off.
Because that's how you meet her, and that's how the
Yeah.
first time you're ever introduced
No.
to her, you're like, it
Yeah,
was-
just all of a sudden, and then she just all of a sudden becomes so intertwined
Yeah,
with the
like-
story.
like,
It's like everything has to do with her all of a sudden, and then you're like, what the
But I
fuck?
saw this thing which I really agree with, and it's, granted I haven't seen One Piece, but it was for fights, you watch Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah,
For plot, you watch One Piece. For the characters, you watch Naruto.
I feel
And
like
I
it's
think that's
flipped.
I think that's true.
I feel like for the characters you watch One Piece though, because there are so many good, like well-written characters
Yeah,
in
but
One
Naruto
Piece.
has like I can fire
You
off
haven't
five
watched.
off my head.
You haven't
You're-
watched.
you're
One
right.
Piece.
You're right. I haven't
well, hold
watched
up.
One Piece.
How many characters could you have a serious debate in terms of a fight between characters in Naruto?
Yeah, Naruto
Many.
smacks
I feel
everybody.
like many. Oh, you mean
Sasuke
now, you mean
smacks
now.
everybody. Like there are people they have like way more like established like roles in Naruto where like this guy is stronger than this guy is stronger than this guy, and there's like rankings and shit. In One Piece, you could imagine like there's okay, I won't spoil it, but
The
there's this
debates are
one guy.
unlimited, man.
Yeah, like some can like it's like rock paper scissors. Rock can beat paper, but paper can beat scissors, but scissors beats rock. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
though rock beats paper. So there are a lot of that in One Piece, but in Naruto it's not
Paper
as
beats
much
rock.
like that. Sorry, whatever.
Yeah.
You guys got it. I was like, okay, whatever. But like in One Piece, it's way more like in depth, and some people can beat other people even though they beat people that they couldn't beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I do. Again, I haven't seen One Piece. I wouldn't know, but I do get that. But like,
You gotta get on them.
yeah, I definitely.
Yeah,
know.
you do really.
But like, no, like, there's so
I've
many.
been
Like,
trying.
now, yeah, sure, like Naruto, Sasuke, White.
My
River,
podcast
Queen,
episode
all that.
100. I need you at episode 500 of One Piece.
That's kind of rough. That's deep.
Bro,
Give me
pod,
100
that's
weeks,
literally
bro.
100
I'll give
weeks.
you
That's
100
2
weeks.
years.
It's 2 years.
2 years?
Oh, I didn't clock that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
But what was I gonna say?
You
No,
and
I
Dave.
feel like I know some. I feel like I know some good fights in Naruto.
Oh, he's gotta get on Naruto.
I don't
Yeah, he
watch
does have
like
to go.
I don't watch the big ones. I can't commit to like the. It just like scares me like a thousand.
I hate the thought.
I
Like you
understand
have
what
this
you
same thought that he does. It's like
It scares me. I
It's-
have 1,000 episodes.
yeah.
Buddy, like, stop when you get bored.
yeah, literally, or like some people are like, no, I gotta watch all these little animes, but they'll name me animes that are all like 80 episodes, something like that, and then there's like 8 of them.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're committing
caught up to One
yourself
Piece
mentally.
almost.
Yeah,
No, it's not
you're
about
mentally
that.
committing
It's
yourself.
about like the quantity of different anime.
But that's what's
versus-
wrong in your head that you think that like or not wrong, but like that's what I think is wrong in your head that like you think that like provides you with some sort of anything. But we can have a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute conversation about all these tiny ass animes. But a One Piece conversation, because me and Johnny and I used to have like 5-6 hours late night
Yeah,
calls
Naruto.
about Naruto and just
Yeah, it's
debate.
obviously Itachi,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that all this
yeah.
shit. But you could have so many of these debates as you're going along in One Piece.
It's true.
And it's just more
And
valuable.
the
in
power
my opinion.
scaling in that show is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The power scaling in that Oda.
There's one jump though. There's one jump
There
when they
is
got
that one
hockey,
jump.
but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. But it's also not something that wasn't hinted at
Yeah,
leading
that's
up
true.
to it. Like, even before you learn about hockey, you see the admirals stop Whitebeard's attack.
Yeah.
Just with their hands. You're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Hockey's hinted at even earlier on in that too,
So,
right?
well, that's
Through
also a
with Ace.
debate though. Some people just say that because Oda is the type of guy that just didn't put it in and then just added it in. And there are debates.
I disagree. I disagree because they mentioned that Garp is the hero of the Navy and Garp
Right,
is
right.
the one who caught Goldie
But he
Roger
doesn't have a
from the very jump.
right.
So in order for him to be able to compete at the level that One Piece offers with some of its devil fruits, there had to be something.
Okay.
And it was always just like, there's no point in him adding it now because he doesn't want any of the crew to learn it before the time skip,
We should
right?
definitely have a debate episode.
We could
Oh,
have
we
100
will.
billion
I'll bring the
debates.
One Piece, like, there'll be a One Piece episode where it'll be like the One Piece stands.
We should
And
definitely have
that's,
a debate.
yeah, that's where you'll kind of be like, you'll have to be kind of like the host because you haven't
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
One Piece, so you just kind of keep us on track.
I love the Naruto debates just because like I feel like there are a lot of matchups there too. But I'll
Yeah.
definitely no. But I do want to get on One Piece, but again, like you said, I just like bro. And also, granted, the animation at the beginning puts me off a little bit.
Yeah, it
But
was
like that's like
1998,
something that you can
brother.
appreciate. Yeah, what do you expect? Like
No,
there's a thousand
like, yeah, like,
episodes.
I'm not like oh it shouldn't have.
Do you remember how
Yeah.
garbage Naruto's animation was back then?
That wasn't that bad.
And One Piece isn't that bad.
It's not that bad.
There's just like some scenes where it was like, okay, it was
Bro,
rushed.
you've seen Dragon Ball Super scenes look worse than some of the early One
So-
Piece.
Originally Naruto, his headband was supposed to be goggles.
Yeah, and then he got tired of drawing it.
And then
right?
he drawing the goggles added like X amount of time to every page.
Yeah.
So he made it a headband.
Actually, apparently, did you know that the reason Toriyama, the
Yeah.
reason he made Super Saiyan a thing is because he was tired of coloring in Goku's hair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that's why he did all that. But yeah, what's your favorite anime?
My favorite mainstream anime right now of all time has to be One Piece. Personally, for me, it's just like I made a TikTok about it. Like, it's the show that's made me cry the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the show that's made me cry the most. Yeah, granted, Naruto had its moments where I bawled like a little girl, but One Piece is the anime that has made me bawl the most, and like, it's the GOAT in my eyes. So that's my favorite mainstream anime. My favorite anime that I watched, and I've watched twice now. I don't know why, I love The Legend of Sinbad. And
haven't
Code
My
gotten
brother
Geass.
loves that one.
I haven't gotten to that yet.
Code Geass, I've heard.
Yeah,
It's
Code
pretty good.
Geass I really love,
Mm.
just because the ending of that show is so beautiful. Like, no one will ever understand, well, like in the universe, like people in the show will never understand what just happened.
Okay.
So you as the viewer who you know, it just like, it invokes this just like perfect ending almost to a fantastic TV show. Whereas that's where I feel like a lot of the big animes fail. It's like right when it gets to the end, they drop the ball.
Yeah.
Which is why now I'm a little nervous about One Piece, where Oda released a statement where he's like, "All right, the setup for the show is done. Time for me to write the conclusion." Right? Like this last arc is going to take him probably 5 years to write.
Yeah.
But this is the final arc, and this is where the fans are like, all the fans have been memeing
They're
that
nervous.
post, the translation into English, because the way it was worded suggests that like everything leading up to it was a build up. The show starts now. You know, like the prerequisite. Now the show starts.
Honestly, and I know anime does have, like I know like Fairy Tail for example, people really hate it because like the power of friendship and all this
Yeah.
stuff, right? I was telling Rashia this like one time, and I was like, just watch, bro. People are gonna riot because it's probably not gonna happen like that. But like I was telling him, I have a feeling that Oda's gonna pull some shit. 'Cause I know like what the basis of
No,
One Piece
he's
is.
already confirmed.
He's gonna pull some shit, and the One Piece is gonna be like the power of friendship. Or
No,
something
everybody's
like
already
that.
memed that before.
No, he's already. He came forward. He's like, "Are you guys stupid?"
Yeah,
Like, no.
yeah.
But the thing I love with Oda, and this is a rumor. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but oh right, yeah. So it's like Oda. There's this rumor that goes around where it's like Oda will listen to fan theories, and if you get it right, he'll change the story.
Really?
There was this
That's
rumor, and it came from a close source to him, which led me to believe that it was true.
That's
But
impressive. The
I-
fact that he can change the story, like, 'cause he probably like planned this out for years, and then someone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh," and then he's like, "Fuck," and then he changes it like that.
So
that's an
I'm not sure if it's just like Japanese theories that he can just watch it like when he's on the toilet and understand and like because if you watch this,
Oda's on Twitter.
Yeah.
On Twitter, is reading One Piece theories.
no, because that guy is so dedicated to his craft. Like you're literally talking about someone who the capitalist world, the capitalist society we live in, told him, "Listen, boss, you got to take a week off a month. Like we can't have you working the
Right.
hours you're working. We are telling you you are not allowed to work 1 week a month.
Right.
Okay? You're not allowed to. Unheard of. No
Yeah.
company's ever said that to an employee
Yeah,
ever.
but they're all really like manga writers. I feel like are all really. Like
Yeah,
even
bro.
Kishimoto, apparently he didn't take his honeymoon until 20 years after his
Wedding.
wedding because he was that dedicated to writing Naruto. So that's crazy.
And even like, well, right now I'm very big on the manhwa wave. Like, shout out the Koreans.
Yeah, they have some good ones.
You guys have produced some, and I know so many Japanese
You
people
just
are
made us watch
so
Solo.
mad at me.
Yeah, sorry, read Soul Leveling, my bad.
But you guys have written some phenomenal
Yeah.
stories.
God of High School, bro.
Oh,
God of High School,
banger.
God of High
You
School,
watched it, right?
Come on.
No?
Oh, that's your next one.
Yeah.
Get on that.
That one's it's
so
like
good.
13 episodes.
You haven't
Yeah,
watched that?
and it's a fighting anime. It's
Yeah.
really,
Oh no,
That's
you
a
watched
great-
God Eater.
It's really good.
God
God Eater, I love
Also
God
God
Eater.
Eater,
I
God Eater's
love that.
beautiful.
That
Have
was
you watched
so cool.
God
Did they ever continue that show?
God Eater?
No,
No, not yet.
Not yet. No.
It's based on a video game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I think the story continues in the video game, and they're just gonna animate it. I believe.
But yeah, my next question for you guys on the topic of endings, in a different direction. What's the anime that you started off, that when you started you loved, and then the ending was so shit that it ruined it for you?
Food
Or like
Wars.
something happened to it, I don't know what
Food
it was.
Wars?
Food Wars?
Yes.
Wars.
I feel that. I feel that.
The dad, in my eyes, the show has structured it so the dad was the final boss,
Yeah.
Spoiler.
and then spoilers,
Spoilers.
and then for him to just get like one tap by his protege,
Yeah.
and not even like a scene that if you were eating and you were watching it in sub, you would have missed that
Yeah,
he
you
lost
skipped
that
that.
Yeah.
food war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just like
Yeah.
you see him defeated. What?
Yeah, I thought
Like,
it was
what?
some epic fight.
Like-
if somebody's gonna defeat this like god that everybody's talking about, everybody knows
worships,
him. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
like-
and this guy just like it was like a 2-minute scene. Like, oh, he's just done.
He's done.
He's done. Like, this isn't our final boss anymore. Like,
And it also completely disvalues the art that happened before it. Because if you're Arena's dad,
Yeah.
you're trying to take over this school. You already have this guy who can one-tap the main villain of the TV show.
right?
Just bring him on, put him on your team, and let him one-tap all these freaking kids and take control of the school.
Yeah, true.
The Elite 10.
True.
You're already done a lot of other corrupt, terrible things.
Yeah.
Might as well be, this is our new Elite 10 member.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, you want my daughter's hand? Yeah, sure, bro. Give me the school that I want. I give you the daughter that you want. Done. Easy.
Yeah, no, it was so stupid. Honestly,
It really
yeah,
broke my heart. It broke my. I haven't finished it even. I don't even know if he wins. I'm
Is it
assuming he
done,
wins,
Food Wars? Is it finished?
but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah, it is,
I
right?
didn't
It
even
ju-
finish it.
honestly, okay, so down the path that you were going, Food Wars is the same for me, but for you it was for like a legitimate reason. For me, it was the haircut, bro. Soma's haircut becomes so whack at the end that I just hate watching it. It looks like he just aged like 15 years, bro. His hairline's pushed back. It was whack.
Yeah. For me, the one that got ruined by I have two actually. Number 1, 7 Deadly Sins.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that should have been
I
my
didn't
answer.
even,
yeah.
I didn't even
That
watch.
should've been
That'd
my
be
answer.
mine
I
too.
didn't
Sorry.
even watch the second half of the last season
Yeah.
because I was like, man, are you kidding me, bro? What is?
I don't even think it's the ending though, but
It
they
is the
did.
end.
was- it was
No,
just the
it is,
animation
it's the
was
end,
so
but the thing is,
bad.
they skipped so much of the manga. Like if they animated every part
It's
of the
done?
manga, it's done. If they animated every part of the manga, it would have been at least 2 times as long as it.
Even the
That's what I heard,
the
that's what I
Arthur
heard.
thing happened in the anime.
Whoa.
I haven't
watched this last season.
I
You
watched.
want to?
I watched the first half of the last season.
No one's gonna watch
But
that.
I didn't watch the second half of the last season because it was that bad.
That's where it ends for me. After the first half, the second when
I saw like one. Okay, I don't. Okay, never mind.
we can't.
But this my. Okay, so on that topic then. Also, mind you, the animation got pretty shit.
Yeah,
Garbage.
horrible. No more blood.
But, bro, you
Yeah.
ruined the coolest fight in the manga when they introduced the
Did
one.
you see Escanor versus Meliodas?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The fan-made version of it that came out a year before it got animated by a professional animation company. A professional animation company.
And was it-
Versus the
was
fan-made
it Toei?
version.
Was it
Don't
Toei?
top this.
You know what? We should find out just so I can shame them. Because shame on you. The fan-made version of that
I'm
fight
not lost for defamation, bro.
was better than the professional-made version of
That's
that fight.
crazy.
And when I read it in the manga, I was amped. I was like, I can't wait next year. It's gonna get animated. So, oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I watched it. I'm like,
dirty.
it's like, that's the song that was playing in my head the whole time. I was like, what is it? What am I watching? What is this? It was such a letdown. And then honestly, the author as well. Shame on you, bro. You had a perfect ending.
Oh.
You had a perfect ending. And then you milked it for money for an extra 3 chapters or 7 chapters or whatever came out.
Oh, wow.
An extra volume. Shame on you.
Wow.
Shame on you. It should be fillers. It should be fillers.
Shame. 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 Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. This was serious, but it turned into something fun.
I'm doing like that, bro. It was hard.
We'd love to have you on the podcast so we can discuss it.
You did great.
You
the
did
first
great.
Yeah, you were doing
No,
fantastic.
I remember telling
Yeah.
Arshia. When when it was the first 2 seasons. It was after season 2 dropped when the 10 Commandments first came in, and I was like, this is sick. I literally went up to Arshia and I was like, Arshia,
You have to
if
watch
7
it.
Deadly Sins goes on long enough, it can be better than Naruto.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember
it-
this
yeah.
conversation.
And I was telling him, and then
It had so much potential.
It was so good.
So much
It
potential.
started off as like such a bang. Like I watched it and
Yeah.
I was like, this guy like. I always told people to watch it. Just get over Meliodas' like weird like
Perviness.
quirk of like
Yeah.
perviness. Like you could get over
Yeah.
it. But that used to be the anime that I would be like, okay, you could start watching anime with this. Just get over
Yeah.
this part and that's
It's
it.
fantastic.
Yeah. And
You're
then they just shit all over it, and I was like, wow, this is like not even something that I even like have any interest.
But my second one, I don't know if you guys have watched. You probably watched it. I know you've watched it. Soul Eater. The ending
Oh,
of
yeah.
Soul Eater was terrible. I did not like it, and I'm watching Fire Force right now. I know I've been watching it for a while. I've been slacking a bit, but I'm watching Fire Force right now, and I just learned that it's a prequel to Soul Eater. Apparently,
Really?
it's made by the same guy. Fire Force is a prequel to Soul Eater, and it's confirmed by because it's by the same guy. It's confirmed by the author that it is a prequel to Soul Eater.
What do you mean by prequel? Like it's off
Like Fire Force happens in the same universe as Soul Eater.
What?
It just happens before.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, kind of.
I haven't watched either. That's
Oh, yeah.
like I used to be like, oh, anime's nerdy. That shit's nerdy to me.
That's
Harry
just
Potter,
nerdy,
that
that's
shit.
nerdy.
Yo, And then you're gonna watch Hobbit and you're gonna be like, that shit
The
was
Hobbit
pretty
is
fun.
sick.
I'm
Hobbit
100%
is
sure
sick.
I'd like it, but that shit's like crazy nerdy to me.
But what about you, Dan?
Fantastic books.
Mine's, I've like fortunately not. I haven't had to watch any shows that like turned out bad, but mine was definitely like Seven Deadly Sins. 'Cause I was like so attached to that at the beginning. I think I watched it at like it was like my peak of anime. Like I finished like the main ones. I finished like One Punch Man and then Death Note, and then I watched Seven Deadly Sins, and then I finished it, and then I saw the next season came out, and everyone was just like talking so bad about it.
Yeah.
Everyone that loved it was talking so bad about it. I'm like, okay, like this just finished. Like it's just done. Just
What did you guys think
Promise
of the ending
Neverland.
Oh, that's a different one.
No,
too.
that's just the animator's faults. Yeah, the manga's ending was also not the great, like, the
I
best.
heard that. No, but I heard that season 2, not just in terms of animation, but in terms of the storyline, season 2 was just trash.
Trash, yeah.
Trash.
Trash.
And I watched the first like
Yeah.
2 episodes of it, and then I was like, I'm not watching.
But honestly, that's on the anime writers, to be completely
Yeah.
completely frank, because they didn't do the manga justice.
Yeah.
From what I've heard from like the Promised Neverland like stands, they
Mhm.
did not do it justice.
Yeah.
I
so-
personally could never get into that anime. I don't know
Oh,
why.
you haven't watched it?
I haven't watched
You
it.
have
not
to
the
watch it.
first one.
No, not
You
even
have
the
to
first
watch it.
season.
First season
It's
is
very good.
phenomenal.
The
It
first
is
season, like,
First
even if you don't
fantastic.
watch the second one, like you need to watch.
Oh,
the
yeah.
first
Our
season.
friend-
is phenomenal. And the thing is, you can watch the first season and stop watching after the first season.
And it's good.
It, like, and you're fine because they do solve their problem.
Yeah.
It's like a
But-
different story.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they just have a whole different thing after, which is so stupid. But,
I
So
watched.
they escape in the first season.
yeah, well.
Sure, like spoilers.
Yeah.
But like
I know
maybe.
you knew what it was
Maybe.
about. I know you knew what it was
Yeah.
about. I thought you just, yeah, my bad.
But I watched the first season, and when the second season came out, like people were getting excited like before like they knew what it was, and then our buddies like the ones that he said like we're also putting him on anime, told me like our friend Nima, and he's like a trusted anime source of
Yeah.
mine. Like if he recommends something for me, I'll watch it. He told me do not watch it. Like literally just don't watch it. And I literally just trusted him all the way through, and I just didn't watch it at all. And it seems like it was the right
Yeah,
decision.
oh my God.
But on that note,
What is that?
I could also say Sword Art Online, like the second or what was it?
The return or whatever.
Yeah,
Where it
like-
focuses on his shorty.
Yes, exactly.
what's her name?
Asuna. Yeah, that was why.
I
Like
can't
everybody
remember.
stopped watching Sword Art Online and it became garbage, which I'm sad because I know you also haven't watched Project Elicitization.
I've watched the first season of it.
Yeah, you
I
need
didn't
to
watch the
get on
second
that.
season.
It's so good. I
I've
stuck
heard
through
that.
it and
I've
it
heard
was
that.
so good.
Like, why can't that happen? Okay, so on another topic,
Mm.
kind of feeding
Can
off
we-
of that.
I just really want to know this. Like on like the animation topic, like how do you guys feel about like CGI
I hate
anime
it.
versus like normal
Ooh.
art?
I hate
Because
it.
there's some.
You mean CGI in live action?
No,
versus-
no,
CGI
it's-
anime. Like you've seen the ones that are like
Have you seen like
They look kind of like
Like
the
a Broly fight?
like Berserk.
I haven't seen Berserk.
Oh, you gotta watch
It's
those
like
movies.
not-
Do you mean? Oh, they're movies.
They're not movies.
Well,
they're like
Berserk has a
pieces
series,
generated.
but-
they're not like drawn.
They started as a movie.
Oh, they're not like hands.
Yeah, it's
Do
like
you mean like the Broly fight when it's looks like a video game in the Dragon Ball Broly?
That's
movie?
exactly what it looks like. Yes.
Yeah.
Like
yes,
that?
Yes.
there's like whole animes like that.
At the right time, it's cool. Like in the Broly thing, for example, it looked sick.
Well,
But only because it wasn't the entire thing.
once you guys are done your soul leveling homework, I'll put you on a Chinese one. They don't have a lot of
We
good ones.
finished it. We finished the first 12 chapters.
Yeah.
No,
but
he means like we're gonna end up
done
having
the
to watch.
series.
Oh.
I'll put you on a Chinese one that people love. Like, not people love. If enough people loved it, it would be coming out weekly, but not enough people love it. It's called Soul Land.
Oh.
And it is my favorite manga of all time. And even with One Piece still existing, I love Soul Land. Like, if I ever got the opportunity to shake this man's hand, oof,
It would be shook.
it would be
Very
shook.
His hand would be.
It would be the
firm.
firmest handshake this man ever received. He'd be like, damn, he's a great handshake. Him and Oda, bro.
Yeah.
Him and Oda. Like, so it was like, I get it, like he's goated, but once you guys, or even start reading a little bit of it, Soul Land. It's a Chinese one. It's a fantastic manga. Also all colored, funny enough.
Okay.
I think the Japanese mangas are the only ones that aren't always all colored. But when you watch the anime that was made for it, yeah, it's the CGI version. I couldn't.
Okay.
I
yeah.
could
I don't
not
like
do it.
CGI. I don't like
just,
CGI.
I couldn't. It just looks so.
It looks so gross.
Yeah.
But then there's some that's good. Like there's this one called Kengan Ashura. It's a fighting anime,
Okay.
and I watched it in the same time I was watching Baki. It was just like, it didn't look as bad as like. It
Did
didn't
you
look
watch?
like Play-Doh.
Did you only watch Netflix Baki?
No,
You watched Baki the Grappler?
I watched Grappler. I also watched Hanma, and it was like the older version of it.
Yeah, like the original
Yeah.
Baki, like where his mom
Yeah.
gets. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spoilers.
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 Good for you
I need
because
to watch that.
I started Baki. I started the Netflix Baki. I couldn't get into it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" They're talking like I'm supposed to know all these
That's
characters, right? And then I'm talking to one of my friends, who's a big weeb, and he's like, "Yeah, because it's the sequel to Baki the Grappler." I'm like, "What now? The who?"
Yeah.
So I went back. I watched Baki the Grappler, and I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Oh, I haven't watched
I
that,
was
but
like,
I've watched
oh,
all of Baki
yeah,
and
yeah,
Baki Hanma.
yeah, no,
I knew there was something because like they have flashbacks and shit, but
yeah."
I just haven't like I didn't put
No,
my
I
mind
think
to
Baki the Grappler was better than Baki.
Yeah.
But his haircut, bro.
and the animation.
His
was
haircut's
Bro,
pissed
honestly,
me
you
off.
would think, yo, listen, on that, bro, you would think that a character's design is not that like important if the plot is sick, but no, like a character's design, if they have like if it's sick and then one day they just like fuck it up for some reason.
You're
talking about
it
Naruto, aren't you? You're talking about Naruto.
I'm thinking
When
of
he grows
Naruto,
up in
but there-
Boruto,
but
he's
there's-
so-
And Sasuke too, bro.
There's
Like-
like transformations that happen, like even like Meliodas in his like Demon King form. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? I didn't like
Yeah.
it personally, but like it was just like
I agree.
like any character, not just about hair, like any character design period that just like they fuck up after a while. I'm like, dude, come on, like he was sick.
Like Escanor was the perfect example of taking like a scrawny and doing that transformation
Yeah.
shit that I loved. Like you said, when the Meliodas one happened, I was like,
You're kind of
He
wild.
was like hairy and shit. I'm like, I don't know if it was hair. I don't know
All
what it
Might
was.
pissed me off too when he lost his power. Like I get it, it was a
Yeah.
part of the plot, but like it just looks whack.
he
Bro.
looked whack, brother.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
And he still has the same voice. I thought his voice would become a little pinchy, but like he still like talks like that. Like
Yeah.
he's like a god on earth, but like he's just such a pussy.
or when the dub voice actor doesn't suit the character.
Oh yeah, that changes everything.
That triggers it so much for me. It makes it almost impossible to watch these freaking animes sometimes. But yeah, on that note, we're gonna transfer over to homework. So
Which I did not do. Sorry, I was a little drunk last night.
We had a party
it's
last
okay.
night, right?
It's okay.
My dog ate his homework.
Oh yeah, well he was sleeping. Fair
Yeah.
enough. I get it. It's okay. Go home and do it, and then you're honestly. I know people don't like reading,
It was good.
and
It was good. It was good.
I read the first like 3 pages and I didn't even know it was colored. I don't
Yeah.
know what it was.
I read it all in one shitting.
Yeah.
Not a sitting, a shitting. I
shitting,
took
yeah.
one shit and it was done.
No, it was really good.
It was fantastic.
when I come across manhwas that are good, my legs go numb on the toilet because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I've
Yeah, I don't
been
want to
here.
close this. I don't want
I've
to
been
close
here
this.
for so long.
Okay.
Okay.
The last page was like, wait, what?
Literally, I sat down. I was like, okay, let me see if I can get like maybe like a couple pages done. I'm sitting down and I was like I finished my shit like page 10. Like I was good to go. You know, I could have wiped and gotten up, but like I was like, oh okay, I closed it. I was like,
That's how you know it was good. He sat there in the stench.
Yeah.
He didn't even do a safety flush. He sat there in his stench and read the rest of the volume.
I had to take a shower after that.
Yeah, good save.
I shower
Yeah,
once a month.
it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
What do you think on the art styles in terms of a Korean versus Japanese art styles?
This one was really good. God of High School, I did not like the art style that much, but it was weird. They had like red noses. I don't know what it was. Like,
But I feel like that has
they
more
had,
to
like-
do with the mangaka. like of the story. Like they all have their own art styles. Like it's not like all Japanese art styles are the same.
Yeah.
So I've never really.
This
thought
one
of
was
that.
great. The art style was amazing. So God of High School I didn't really like that much, but
Do you enjoy
Oh,
the
but-
fact that these ones are colored?
Yeah, for
yes,
sure.
Yes, color.
But also for God of High School, bro, that one scene where they're coming into the like her wedding, like their friend's wedding,
yeah,
and they're doing that thing.
Yeah. No, that
Was
sick.
hard.
They have some good shots.
That was hard.
They have some good shots.
Or like when he has like the halo over his
Yeah,
head.
yeah, yeah.
Have
No,
you seen
I like
God
that.
of High
Of
School?
course,
Yeah.
of course.
I liked it.
I
That's the next one.
Yeah, you
I was
definitely-
watching it weekly as it was coming out.
Yeah, same.
And then it got to a scene where I was just like, I'm not waiting a week, and I went to the manga and I went in and I spent like the entire day reading
So
the
you've
manga.
watched, so you've
I
read
watched it
beyond
weekly.
what's going on in the anime.
Oh yeah. It's,
Oh.
it gets really good. It gets. I don't know where the anime is at.
Can
Has
he beat
season
Goku?
2 come out yet?
No.
Yeah. Can he beat Goku?
Can he
Not
beat
not
Goku?
yet.
No,
Maybe-
this is
maybe
what I
by
always
the
say-
end
I
of the
always heard
show-
memes about like he can beat Goku.
Maybe by the end of the show he'll be able to beat Goku, but where he is right now, I don't think he'll be able to beat Goku. Who do you realistically, who can beat Goku in current anime?
I don't like this Saitama
Yeah, I was
shit
gonna
that
say,
they
like,
talk about. He can't touch Goku. Like realistically, like if they're in Saitama's universe, I guess like with the meme of him being able to one punch everybody, but like realistically, bro, Goku's like a god, like compared to everything. Like he literally like okay, so they said like Beerus could like snap and like the universe could be disintegrated or whatever.
Yeah.
Goku, like spoilers in the if we're going beyond Super and we're talking about heroes or whatever, he's become a what's Whis again? A guardian angel or whatever. An angel or whatever. He's become that, which is stronger than a god of destruction.
Have you read the manga Beyond Super Anime?
No, but I've seen like
He hasn't. He hasn't.
he has the whole fit. Okay, but
He hasn't become an angel.
Beerus was scared of him when he got MUI. Like
Yeah.
Beerus was like shook. So I assume that Goku could just snap and the whole fucking universe is disintegrated. And I don't think Saitama's on that level. Maybe he could punch and like half the earth gets a hole in it. But I don't see like Saitama like I don't know like throwing a finger up and then like everything gets
Oh, yeah.
disintegrated. You know what I mean?
Well, granted, we haven't seen much of Saitama. We haven't seen his full power, right?
Yeah, but I mean
So,
going based off
he
what
might-
everybody knows. But I don't
I mean,
think
have
his
you read
power
the
could
manga,
go.
One Punch Man Beyond the anime?
Beyond the anime, yes, but not all the way to when the current villain eats the demon seed or whatever it is.
But like within the show of that I've seen of Saitama, he hasn't like progressed ever. Like he's never been challenged. That's the whole
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
the
theme
gag.
of the show.
Yeah, that's the whole
yeah,
gag.
yeah.
Like he's
He
never
was-
gonna.
He did it
I don't
like
see
100
him-
push-ups a day, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like, what is that?
That's the whole gag.
But yeah,
but-
no, like Goku, I feel like he's on a but like even in Goku's own verse, he's nowhere close to the strongest.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Like in terms of that, like I feel like, bro, Yamcha could beat Saitama.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch.
Now with the way they like power scale, like Tien was in the tournament of
Sorry,
power.
that was stupid.
Like
Do you think sometimes these manga authors are scaling their characters at a higher rate so that their characters can be
yeah, of course.
the gods of the community,
Yeah,
not just
oh,
their
oh.
anime? Like
I was
so
thinking
that they
about that
can,
too.
so that it's like you can never have that argument of like Naruto versus Goku. Goku
Yeah,
one
right.
shot him, even though people argue that chakra and thing is different and whatever. I think it's going to be very interesting once you guys start a different homework that we're going to assign because I like this.
This is school, guys.
Yeah, for them this is school. With solo leveling is done. Like the manga's done, like the story's done. So once you're done, you're done.
Right.
I kind of want you guys to also start reading one that I have to read weekly, so that we can have those kind of like debates.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're not really gonna be able to talk much about solo leveling because I think the first 10 chapters are just more like introduction.
Yeah.
I love the design of the boss in the first one they go
Yeah,
to, like the
that's
really
good.
creepy guy. When I was reading it, I was imagining
Spoilers.
what it would. Oh, it's not.
No,
It's not a
it's-
spoiler.
you meet him in
It's
literally
you-
chapter
you,
0.
You meet him in like in anime
The
terms.
boss?
Yeah.
In anime,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
In anime
facts.
terms, that'd be like what episode 2. Like yeah. So
No, episode 1. Yeah.
It would
it was
literally
like
be
a
episode
prologue.
one,
Okay.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many episodes
Spoilers.
is? How many episodes, on average, is like a
There's no
chapters to
average.
an episode?
There's no
Is it,
average. Like One Piece, if we're talking about average, One Piece will break that scale so far that like
One chapter, one episode, mostly One Piece,
Yeah.
or like when they're really catching up to episodes per chapter.
Okay, alright, yeah, well, whatever. Anyways, that like.
But we
that
haven't
guy-
seen enough Korean ones animated yet. I think the only 2 big ones that have been animated are
God, yeah.
Tower of God and God of High School.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that guy. I was reading it and like I saw like the boss, like the super creepy one, and I was just imagining like the music that would be playing when they show him and like
Mm.
I don't know, like the
Yeah.
like the and all their faces like You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Have you?
It has the potential to be goat tier, especially once you guys start like reading, and his character development starts to
No, I've heard crazy things about it.
like show. Oh man.
Then I have a friend who, like this guy watches it reads it, like whenever the next chapter comes out, within like 30 minutes he's read it twice.
Yeah.
Like it's like that good.
That was it for me as well. Cause what happened was I discovered it on my way to Lebanon one year, so I had started reading chapters at the airport, and I had downloaded like chapters to read on the plane.
Mhm.
So I was reading it, and then
Yeah,
I
see, come closer.
and then I forgot about it. And then once I forgot about it, I was in Lebanon one day and we went to this like pool. I don't know, I got bored, so I opened my phone and I was just like started reading again. And I was like,
Cool in Homeland.
holy heck, bro, holy heck! And I read until I caught up, and then I caught up and I was like, shit, now what?
Yeah.
And then I realized that it's actually based off of a novel. So this is what I've started doing. It's like I'll read things that I love, and when I catch up to them, I'll switch over to the novel. So I read the novel, I finished the story, and then I came here and I got Gio, former co-host, on it, and he went nuts. Like, he loved it. He caught up to it so quickly, and I was like, read the light novel. He's like, no, I'll just wait weekly. He was waiting weekly, and it was so hard not to spoil things. It was so
Chapters come
hard
out
not
weekly for that one?
to. It had come out weekly, yeah. Now it's done, so everything's out.
Oh my god. Bro, compare that to Boruto. Boruto releases one chapter a month.
Yes, but the amount of pages
Yeah, they're way
Boruto
bigger.
has is significantly more. Like, as you start dipping your toes in the manhwa world, you'll notice sometimes, like, oh, that was not worth waiting a week. I would have rather waited 2 weeks and had 2 chapters, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they're just, like, useless.
They're just talking about some shit.
It's just useless. Like, there was no point in you posting, like, 6 pages, 8 pages. That's
Right.
all you got done that week. Like,
Yeah.
just postpone it a week and give me a proper chapter the next week. But no, it's definitely we have a very interesting 5 to 10 years coming up in terms of the anime world, because you're gonna see the Korean game like, dominate. Like we already talked about God of High School, Tower of God, Soul Leveling is gonna be the next big one. The beginning after the end is gonna be the next one after that. Like there's just so many quality stories coming out of Korea right now.
I pray there's no episode in like 3 years where like solo leveling becomes the new like 7 Deadly and you're like, shame on you, like
Shame on
like,
you.
fuck you.
Well, and the thing is, the author for Solo Leveling died, right?
Right.
So
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's like there is
Oh,
no
yeah.
more. There's no more accountability. There's no one left to hold these studios accountable.
That's
so
true.
they're just gonna take his work, and I guess he's signed with Crunchyroll, and they're gonna do whatever the heck they want. Like, and there's nothing we can do about it
Let's
anymore.
hope it doesn't become a D&D,
It's-
Game of Thrones.
It's not gonna. Honestly, it's not gonna end
Yeah, that's
the
true.
way it was written in the manga. I can't see it. I can because. I hope they follow. I hope they follow it. I hope they do it right. But I can also see it just being like,
Have you seen
even with the manga, actually, the manga drawers, also shame on you, because
shaming
literally the last chapter, the very
Yeah,
last
with
chapter,
smoke.
He wants all the smoke with
you
everybody.
left out one of the like most like heart-wrenching things that happens, and you just left it with the short story paragraph. Fucking draw the 6 panels that you had to draw.
This guy's got smoke with everyone.
On smoke. When you come on this show, you're gonna get this smoke, bro.
What's that other manga that's been coming out that people are excited for? It's like a soccer anime. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
I've heard of a soccer anime. I don't know what it's called.
Or sorry, it's a soccer manga
Manga?
that's
Manga,
gonna be
whatever.
animated soon.
But-
Is it a manga or is it a Korean one?
I think it might be just a manga. Have you
Oh.
you've seen this in the Discord, right?
What, Blue Lock?
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock.
Blue, is it Blue Lock? It's Blue something.
I think it's Blue
Is
Lock.
it Blue Lock?
Yeah.
It's Blue. Yes.
That looks
I
like
have
it's
heard
gonna
of
be
that.
good. That looks
I
like
have
it's gonna
heard
be
of
good. I'm excited.
Have you guys
for it.
watched Overlord?
No.
Get on it.
How do you feel about
Overlord's
sports
really
anime?
good. I love sports animes.
The only one I've seen
IQ
is
was
the-
such a banger, and he's only watched Kuroko's.
Kuroko no
fucking-
Basket
Kuroko's
was a banger,
basketball
bro.
is-
That was a banger,
Beautiful,
but I
that
think
is beautiful.
IQ was better.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm watching
I haven't seen IQ, but
Ayoashi
Beautiful.
Soccer or some shit like that. Like
Okay.
I just started watching it. I'm getting into it, and it's actually really nice.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
Is that the older one?
No, it just came out.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like it's on like episode 15, 16.
I watched Ace No Diamond or Diamond No Ace or whatever,
I
like
don't
the
watch it.
baseball
Sounds
one.
like a baseball.
I-
I
I-
can't get into that.
I was like, It was at the time where I was on my sports wave.
Oh, okay.
Like, I finished basketball. I watched haiku. I was like, all right, now I need another one. So it was the baseball one, and I was like, oh, okay.
First was basketball. I absolutely love.
No, that was a banger,
I
but Haikyuu was better.
absolutely love
Haikyuu was
that
better,
shit.
and there's a reason why there's more of a fan base behind Haikyuu, and it's still going. Like,
Yeah.
it's better.
My favorite.
But also haiku is one.
I was gonna say on a different topic than sports anime. My favorite anime that's like, I don't know how to describe it. Different. You'll know when I say it, but like different. I fucking love this anime with my whole heart. 10 episodes long. Devilman Crybaby.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
We've all
love
watched it. He's watched it.
that.
Well done,
You watched it.
Netflix.
I
Well done,
love
Netflix.
that.
Not shame on you.
That
Yeah,
deserves,
not shame on you.
that
Well
deserves-
done.
Praise to you.
That deserves every award, every praise.
Yeah.
That anime is, and it's only 10 episodes long. So even though those of you that hate anime,
You
like,
could watch that.
You go. It's literally
But it'll be
fuck all our
weird.
viewers here, but yeah,
3 hours and a half, and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that anime. Oh my! Granted, it took me a couple episodes to get used to the
The art
The
style,
art
the
style
weirdness.
Freaky,
but
yeah.
my goodness, that is a banger. Holy, that is a beautiful anime.
No filter on that one.
No.
Yeah, I know that one. They went crazy.
Yeah.
But the first
that
scene
one
was
is
like-
rated R. So
Yeah,
if you're a child, I don't.
Shouldn't be watching this
Yeah.
episode.
But yeah, no, I like the first episode, the first scene when he like becomes like the devil the first time, and he like there's one shot in my head where he first turns into it, and then like he looks back and the camera angle. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I just love that anime. It's such a sick. Oh my god.
Have you guys all watched Spy X?
No,
No,
I've
Spy Family.
Spy X Family?
No, I haven't
You
seen
guys
it.
haven't seen that?
No.
That was like projected to be like
Evan
number
watched
one.
it,
Yeah,
actually.
everybody
We'll
was
have it on the
talking
podcast
hype
next time.
about
We'll
it, but like I don't know.
have it
The
on
first
the podcast.
episode got me kind of.
What do you?
It's,
Where do you rate it? What
It's like-
category would you put it in? If you had
it's
to
like-
give it a grade.
Like you could see that anime being like one of the more mainstream ones because of the way it's like drawn out. It's like very new. It's very modern. And it's very easy to watch, and it's just like such cutesy little characters that like anyone could watch it. Like if you're from like any types of anime ends, like everyone would like this one.
If you had to give it a synopsis, how would you give it a synopsis?
Like a summary of it.
Yeah.
It's basically so, like there's a spy, and he's gone on this mission, and for this mission he needs to develop like a family. So he creates a fake family, and he goes and he adopts this child, and then this child has this special power, and then you see the special power later on, and then he also has to go get a wife, and he gets his wife, and that wife also is she has like a special little power as well, and then they have this family, and they go and they do all these missions together, and one thing leads to
Okay.
another, and they become like an actual.
So it's like
family.
Spy Kids almost.
No, because it's like, there's a lot more to it. And it's also anime, so there's
Yeah.
a lot of deeper things, but it's very good.
Nice.
The first season just ended.
I watched
so.
the first episode, but I couldn't get into the rest.
So if you had to give it a grade, S, A, B, C, D, E, F.
What tier?
Definitely yes.
We should do a tier list too.
Oh,
You were talking about like how girls are getting are very into anime. Like I think like one of the more cosplays I've seen ever is based on the
girl.
wife of
Oh.
Spy X.
Nice.
I can say something that I forgot earlier. Like a really underrated anime that I've watched is Scissor 7. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's a Netflix thing. It's-
7 Seeds?
No, Scissor 7.
Okay.
It's crazy good, and I think it's Mandarin, like the original.
Language, so
Yeah,
it's a Chinese
Mandarin.
anime?
Yeah, but it's like actually fantastic. If I was to assign homework, it would be to watch that, and it's
Scissor
so
7?
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was that
It's
the
on
one
Netflix.
You
Scissor
saw like one episode and it was like very different. When we were like looking for animes.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I saw like 10 minutes of it and like really it was just so
Is it
different.
Netflix original?
I don't know.
The Netflix originals are really a hit or miss.
They are.
They either slap. Or
I love this anime.
Bro,
to
I
death.
watched High-Rise Invasion. Granted, terrible.
Have you seen the
Horrible.
dub of that?
What?
The dub? Have you seen the dub of that?
I watched the dub.
So
It's
funny.
Sniper mask.
Yeah,
It's so bad.
And there's this other one called Sword Guy. Also cannot. Oh my
Oh.
god! I watched a lot of it and it was terrible.
There was the sword guy?
Sword Guy. And sword no. Like,
Sniper mask, sword
no
guy?
sword. No, but it's not guy. It's like sword. It's one word. Sword and then GAI.
Oh, like
It's
Guy
like one-
Sensei.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's
But
still
it was
sword
still
guy.
it was terrible. But I feel like High-Rise Invasion might have been worse.
Have you seen High Rise? Have
No,
you read High
I
Rise?
couldn't get-
I watched it. I watched it
I
with
couldn't.
him while he was watching it. Like I watched a few episodes here and there. It was the
Oh my
Yeah,
cringiest
I
shit.
watched the first
And
couple
the thing
episodes
is,
and I
when
couldn't.
it first came out, I like looked at it and it looked kind of sick. And they had these masks. I read the synopsis and it seemed kind of cool. And I was like, okay, let's try it. And I was like, bro, what the fuck did I just look at? What is this? What's going on?
We watched with my friend because of how bad it was.
Yeah, we were
watched
watching
it every
like,
week
to cringe at it.
because of like just amazed. Like people put budget into this and how bad it was.
What do you guys think of like American anime, like
Cartoons.
Like Avatar.
like cartoons, but like the ones that have been like allowed by the anime world, like Avatar.
Avatar.
And I think Invincible would be a new age version of that.
Yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
think Invincible is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think it was phenomenal, and I'm excited because someone sent a picture in one of the Discord chats of where they are in terms of the comic book,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like that much of the comic book left, and they were only like that much in the anime, and I was like, perfect. I was like,
Fantastic.
I was like, this is what I need to hear.
Yeah.
Amazon, get on it.
Yeah.
There's a
Get
few
on
of those.
it.
There's a few of those that have been like accepted. So there's Invincible, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Legend of Korra. While you're at
I wouldn't
it.
say that
Anything
Invincible is
Avatar.
already like
No,
let in, but I'm saying
everyone
like
that's
they
an-
would
I feel
loud.
like everyone that's an anime watcher
Has
has
watched
probably
Invincible.
watched
Yeah, yeah.
Invincible.
Anyone who liked Invincible would
Yeah.
Like anime, yeah.
But
it's true.
there's like even like Teen Titans, like the original one. People
Oh
just think
my
that
God,
one. Was,
yes.
Yeah, Teen Titans is
Teen
crazy,
Titans was so
right?
good.
Teen Titans was really good.
Unfortunately, and it brings me great shame to have to include this one. My Little Pony.
Bro, don't even, bro.
Brony on our hands.
No,
We
no,
got a
I
Brony
can't.
Bros.
No, I'm
We got
not.
a Brony
I've never
Bros.
watched it. I've never
okay,
seen it.
okay.
But because there's the brony community,
Yo, listen.
We're appealing to all markets right
you
now.
have
The first
to
episode.
put credit where credit is
Listen,
due.
when I was in grade
The
7,
fact that grown men are addicted to this, I've never watched it. So
grown men. So okay.
So
Listen,
maybe
listen,
there's
listen,
good
no shame,
grown
no shame,
boys,
no
not
shame,
men.
no shame. No shame.
Yeah, no
Everyone
shame.
do you.
I haven't
Everyone
watched
do you.
it.
Everyone do you. My bad. Everyone do you.
Yeah.
But
grown men watching a pony TV show, the story must be phenomenal. Like there has to have some kind of phenomenal story. I'm personally never gonna give it a try. I can't. My list is too long. My list is too long. The things I gotta do are too
I don't
long.
think I'm gonna get to it.
I won't get to it.
Not this life, maybe next life.
Maybe one day if we run into a brony at an anime convention, we'll invite him onto the cast and we can do.
No, listen. I'm gonna tell you. When I was in grade 7, for some reason,
We can
when
leave
I
him
was-
out of your
no, no,
house.
no. When I was in grade 7, like it was just My Little Pony was huge in my grade. At the grade 7 was what 12 years old. It was huge, and everyone was talking about it. Guys, girls, everyone. I'm like, bro, why this? So like, I watched it. Shamefully, I watched it, but listen, I didn't enjoy it. I literally only watched it so I could like be like.
We're
a
not
part
rocking
of-
with you, John.
I could no, like I watched it so I could be like, because everyone was loving it. So I'm like, okay, and I pretended to like it. Because I was like, I swear.
You wanted to fit
I
in.
swear.
You wanted to
I was
fit in.
12 years old. I swear. But like,
If anyone wants to be a co-host,
I didn't, no, I swear. I
Honestly,
I
I-
watched it to like try to fit in with the people, and I couldn't like it. But they talk about it. Like, yeah, I saw this episode and whatever. But like,
I think the majority of the anime community will not include it as
Yeah,
anime.
I don't think people like that. I think it's like a fetish.
It's just us
a
being.
fetish.
It is a fetish, but because you see it at anime conventions, you gotta include it now. Like if it makes it to the convention floor, you can argue that it's part of the community.
if it has a big enough following that it's at Comic-Con, like
Is it?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a convention. Like
Yeah,
anime
they're-
convention?
they're-
yeah,
Comic-Con
yeah,
has it and
weirdos.
stuff, yeah.
I mean, cool,
What do you mean weirdos?
dope
Like,
people.
sick people.
no, I just realized we've just done an entire anime podcast and not once mentioned Demon Slayer.
I
Which
haven't
is
watched
crazy.
it. I haven't watched it.
Because
I haven't even.
That's
looked at
your
it.
homework
Demon
for
Slayer?
next
I
time.
haven't.
Of
He's
all the
watching.
animes
I
I've
watched
ever
like the
watched,
first 5
it's-
Our
episodes
weave,
of season
our
1.
weave in progress has watched it, and you have.
And the thing is, I've converted people into becoming whips through
Through
Demon
Demon
Slayer,
Slayer, yeah.
and I've personally never watched it.
Anthony, please watch it. That's your homework.
That's my
Before
homework.
No, it literally
every
has to be your
other-
homework. Yeah.
Okay.
Easily best animation in anime. I know mainstream opinion. Easily though, best animation in anime. Second last episode of the second season will put you to sleep. It's beautiful.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just in a
it's
good way, like,
gorgeous.
yeah.
I wouldn't say
You-
easily, but yeah, gorgeous.
very. Oh my god, man! Please watch. And
Is
the
it-
story is phenomenal.
Is it
But musical.
like a invite Mary Jane over and watch
Yes,
the
yes,
second last
yes,
episode
yes.
kind of episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, man! Like you can literally, it's 2 seasons. Oh, you have to watch the movie too. I'll
Yeah.
tell you exactly what to do.
But I heard the movie is just like the first part
Yeah,
of
yeah,
season
watch
1.
Yeah,
it.
but
So
watch
watch
the
it.
movie.
So
Watch the
watch-
movie.
okay.
Don't watch the
Watch
first
the
episode.
the
7
movie
episodes.
has-
It's the
I
first
like
7
the
episodes.
movie better than
Same.
You'll see, but watch the entire first season. Watch the movie. Skip the first 7 episodes of second season because that is the movie,
Okay.
and then start on episode 8 of season 2, and then watch till the end of season 2.
Okay.
That was the one anime that like not a sad scene like made me tear up. It wasn't a sad scene. It was just like a very beautiful scene. It made me like, water.
Yeah, like a non-sad scene.
It was,
Is
it
it
went-
done?
the
It
one
was
in
just
the movie.
gorgeous.
No.
It wasn't the movie. It was,
No, the manga's done.
The manga is done.
But
Oh,
the
okay,
anime,
okay.
only 2 seasons are out. And season 2, were you not hearing about the hype when it was playing?
That's why I don't watch it. If something is garnishing a lot of hype,
Trust me,
my
it
God.
deserves it.
It
Oh,
deserves
oh,
the
wait,
hype.
it
It
deserves
deserves
every bit of it.
little
just
bit
don't
of
watch
hype.
it dub. Like I know you're not going to, but just like, don't. Like,
Yeah,
no,
don't touch it.
I watched
Oh, it's
watched
funny.
season 1 and the movie dubbed. Season
Wow.
2, I didn't want to wait.
You watched it late.
Wait,
Yeah,
you
I
watched the
watched-
train arc in dub?
I watched the movie. I watched the movie in dub.
And
I
was
watched-
that good?
that is the
no,
train
that
arc.
was
No,
the
that
whole
was the-
thing.
that
Yeah,
was
that
the-
was the thing that we were
I
like.
watched,
that
I
was
watched
so
season 1
bad.
dub, train arc dub, and then season 2 I was like, I'm not waiting, bro. Subbed all the way. Beautiful.
Alright, I
Beautiful.
feel like we've covered a lot in this.
yes.
Yeah, we've
All
talked
right.
a lot.
To wrap it up, we're gonna do. If we could each bring a waifu into the real world,
Oh,
who would you
fuck.
bring?
The blonde girl from Akame got killed. I really like her.
The blonde girl?
From Akame got yeah, the one that's like a tiger. She's not a tiger. She's
What?
tiger powers.
What am I doing?
Oh, yeah,
she
the
has
one at the
tiger-
very back,
yeah,
right?
She has tiger
Yeah,
powers.
yeah,
She's not eight. Let me believe that she's not.
Okay.
Eight. She has.
I have an insanely basic 2 answers.
Hinata.
No.
Soccer.
That's not. No.
No, I don't think
Those
there are
aren't-
any
no, I don't
attractive
think they're
women in that
attractive.
show,
Me
bro.
neither.
Yeah, no,
Ready? Mai
Okay.
and from what?
Yeah.
What was it called again? Rascal Does Not Dream of Onigo Senpai.
Oh.
Her. She's
Okay.
like a very like waifu kind of thing. And then from My Dress Up Darling,
Okay.
the main female protagonist. I don't remember her name right now.
I haven't seen that one yet, so I wouldn't be able to.
Crazy. Like I literally, I'm like sitting there. I'm like my like eyes are like twinkling. I'm like, wow, you are like the perfect person.
You get one. So who are you bringing?
Her, not mine.
Okay.
Because mine is basic.
Okay.
So her.
Have you guys seen I'm Quitting Heroing? Have you seen that?
I've heard of it,
It's on
and
my list.
it's on my list. Yeah.
There's a demon queen in that one, and she's
Okay. Okay. Damn. Okay. Who's your waifu?
But
Oh.
my.
Yeah. I said I think that, but I don't.
Polyamorous. I'm getting both of them.
I'm
bro.
kidding, bro. I'm building a harem, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care. I don't care.
Trying to think. Bro. Who was. Oh. You know who I really like? You haven't seen it, but. The Mitsuri? The pink haired Hashira from Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is Merlin.
Oh, wow!
Mine
That's,
is Queen Merlin.
That changes a big one. That changes a lot.
No, I still got
Also, Fairy Tail has a whole roster of them.
I feel like Azdeath would just end up murdering me because she'd get bored of me, so I can't bring her.
Fairy Tail's got Urza, Lucy.
Oh shit, Urza. Yeah, not bad. No, I think it's still.
Is it from what?
I think it's still.
Fairy
Merlin.
Tail.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
Oh, what am I even saying, bro?
Oh, Nami?
Nami and Robin, bro.
This guy's got a lot
Nami
of-
and Robin, bro.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
Valid choices. But Nami's annoying. And Robin isn't annoying enough.
You're right. You're right.
Boa Hancock. I've seen her.
Yeah,
She could catch it, but like she could just catch
she's
it.
too
Like
much
she
of a simp.
couldn't
Oh,
hold
have
on
you
to
seen
it, you know.
Bleach?
I feel like me and Merlin would have too much fun
Have you,
with
have
her
you,
magic.
Have you seen Bleach?
Like,
Orihime?
no, I haven't seen Bleach. It's on my list because it's coming back. I have to get on
I
it.
haven't seen it either.
Same.
But I've seen a few episodes and I don't know.
I've seen a few
We
episodes.
call ourselves weebs and we haven't even watched all three of the big.
Yeah,
like,
but
shame
Bleach
on
is
us.
one of the ones that is like
hit or miss.
Yeah.
People
50%
like, people
filler.
don't like. Yeah.
Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame.
No, I only hear good things about Bleach if you remove the filler. The only complaint I hear is the filler is just too
Yeah,
much.
fair enough. But yeah, no, I think that's a wrap.
that's a huge
yeah,
first
that's a
episode.
wrap. That's a
huge
good
first
We
episode.
covered a
I think
lot
it's-
of
I think
bases.
we're at like 40 and 40, 180 minutes, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
After we edit it down, probably like an hour.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. They will become more structured and more like
Yeah, this is a
organized
test
as we
run.
progress, as we
Yeah.
kind of like
Beta test.
beta test, see what things work for us.
Yeah.
If you have any recommendations, if you have anything that you think you would like to see or want to see us talk about or debate, we'll definitely get on that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been your boy, Uncle Tony.
Johnny,
Johnny.
Danny,
Oh, say names.
and Arshia.
Johnny, love y'all.
Porta potty out, baby.
Porta
potty
potties.
out.